Third step is changing rules of the game. All producers focus on getting a lot of views on YouTube and passive sales from BeatStars. To win with competition, they try to use viral content and low price on BeatStars. Why don't we change rules of the game, and instead of focusing only on views and on sales on BeatStars, why don't we focus on completely different thing, which in this case is maximizing value of your customers. What I'm talking about: if one of your customers, one of rappers that you work with, is worth for you $250, for example, which for me specifically is definitely true. It means that you getting one customer is the same as guys selling beats for 20 bucks each 12 times. There are also people selling for 10 bucks per beat, so now guy who sells $10 per beat has to get 25 customers, while you can get only one customer. You don't need to really blow up on YouTube, on Instagram or TikTok, because your one customer equals 25 customers of those other guys. You need to learn how to maximize value of your customers, how to aggressively monetize your audience. You will have real trouble trying to compete with guys with your low price, because there are people who already have millions of views, millions of subscribers on YouTube, and it will be really difficult to compete with them by lowering your price, because their traffic means million of rappers, for example. So if you barely get few thousand rappers, why wouldn't you completely change rules and try to increase your price if you can't win with lowering your price anyway? If you want to know something about making these deals for $250 and maximizing value of your rap customer, here is my video about it, and it will be also in the description. You can also check my paid product, it's first link in the description, and it's also about maximizing value of your customers. I'm Mordalski and I will help you make your first case selling beats online. Second step is optimizing for results. You need to find all unnecessary things that you do during your day, and I don't mean maybe not generally all things that going to school and I don't know, some playing on the computer, because that's also bad, but I mean to eliminate those things that you usually include in your working day of producer and eliminate all stuff that doesn't bring you results. I had few examples for you. You probably send some DMs to rappers, do some cute networking through Discords, through Reddit or through Instagram with people that will never pay you money. You do some weird collabs with your friends from the internet who also will never pay you money. You try to send out some emails with no purpose. You try to randomly upload some memes on Instagram Reels or TikTok to blow up without any purpose with that. You are looking for some unnecessary plugins and unnecessary mixing tricks. You check your YouTube statistic definitely too often, or maybe also do some Twitter, some threads, you write some YouTube posts, and all this stuff will not bring you money. You should find things that bring you money, bring you views, bring you real connections, okay? So find these things that really bring you any results and do only them. Don't try to do anything that doesn't bring you results. So all those things that I mentioned and a lot of other stuff that is more specific for you. If you're a producer, you want to go full time, you want to make your first $1,000 and more, you should do only two things: produce beats and then market them. This is generally concept from this book called One Thing by Gary Keller. And generally, I learned from this that usually you will get the best results when you focus on one thing and one thing only. We can't really only make beats or only do marketing. So yeah, we generally want to produce as good beats as we can, and then we want to market them. We can skip first or second part. So yeah, we need to both of this stuff, but don't try to do anything else. So you produce good beats, and then you put them out on your social media, on YouTube or on your Instagram. You don't try to do anything else, and you need to try all those small little weird things that take your time, take your energy, take your focus from really important task, which is producing and putting out your content on social media. And by content, don't try to also distract yourself with posting memes, some story time, some storytelling that doesn't bring you customers. Focus only on content that attracts rappers who will buy. So also not 12 years olds freestyling with friends on the Discord. I mean rappers with cash in the hand. You want to make really good beats and then market them to the right audience. So when you eliminate all those factors distracting you from real work, you will really get unfair advantage of other guys, because all those people do those DMs, do some Discord networking, do some gay collabs with people with no budget. They all do this kind of BS. It's so easy to outwork them, because now in one day you can do their 1 week worth of producing and marketing. Third step in my opinion, the most important is killing your ego. Even if you get really successful in producing in life and you become some producer millionaire, you always need to be humble. You always should stay with student mindset. Student mindset means that when somebody seems like he had some valuable information that you don't have, you just shut up and listen to him or to her, okay? Even if you think that, even if, like, you know, you see some really young guy, but he has achieved more than you in some area of life. So for example, you're good in type beats, but some 13-year-old producer just blew up on Instagram with reels. If he tries to give you advice in any way, just shut up and listen, really. No matter what you think about this person, if this person is more successful than you in some area of life, you shut up and listen. And you will find the best guys in producing and all other businesses. The best guys are those who are just able to gather knowledge from everybody, okay, in every circumstances. Maybe you are really good with melodies, but at the same time your chord progression suck, or your mixing sucks, or I don't know, or your DMs suck, or your Instagram page sucks, or your thumbnails suck. You know, I may be good with this and that, but I'm not gonna be the best at everything. So yeah, I am, for example, really good with chopping samples, generally doing sample beats, but I'm honestly not that good with doing some more trappy beats from the scratch where I have to, when I need to come up with melody, chord progression stuff. So yeah, if somebody is better in this kind of beats than I am, I will shut up and listen to him. For example, maybe I have some success in selling beats and in and uploading them on YouTube, but if I can see somebody that is doing better on YouTube right now than me, I just don't think that he's lucky, he is this and that, or he paid so for us. No, I shut up and listen, because maybe he got some interesting to tell me, maybe he has some valuable information, okay? So always stay on the student mindset. You should just expand your knowledge with books. I try to read at least one book a week. It's kind of extreme, but you should aim for that, honestly. And this is like for marketing, selling, building your brand. These are like hot topics for every producer, for every actually the guy that is doing business nowadays. Okay, you need to read books about marketing, building your brand, about being a leader sometimes. About marketing, about social media, about human psychology, because that's also really important. So yeah, you want to expand your knowledge in every possible circumstances. If you can afford it, you should also buy some coaching, some mentoring. It will be really worth it, okay? Because you may think that you sold free beats and now you're hot shit and you're so good and you will go to Billboard soon, but that's not true. There are always guys better than you. Even if you would be a Kanye West, there is always this one guy who is better than you. Just listen to the story where Kanye West has had to be humble, and when he was making, I remember, he was making Stronger, drums for Stronger, he had to go to Timbaland, and Timbaland had to finish drums, okay? Because Kanye just understood that, yeah, I'm not that good with this kind of drums, I need help. And don't be afraid of sometimes asking about advice, about help, about some information, because you are not gonna know everything ever, okay? You're just a human, man. You're just a goddamn human. So understand that you will always be the student till the end of your life. If you apply these 3 steps, you will be in top 1% of producers soon. And I think that you want to make your first case selling beats and more. So I got something specifically for you. This is my paid product. This is quick course with a lot of additional stuff in it. It is first link in the description. This is specifically on making your first case selling beats. So this is for guys who are really like at the beginning of this journey. And I'm not talking there about like improving your beats, about some music theory. No, it's specifically on setting up your business, how to aggressively monetize your beats, how to aggressively monetize your audience, so you can make money, you can go full time, and you can then invest, and you can be happy. So if you want to go serious into selling your beats, just go first link in the description. Bye.